Hey, it's Dave Wyman, time for Football 101. We're going to talk about Geno Smith today. I'm going to show you a couple of plays where Geno did not throw the ball. And I think that's as big a part of Geno Smith's success right now as anything. It's his discretion. It's his decision making. He is playing right now as well as anyone in the league. Tom Brady has one interception. Geno has three. But he doesn't have as many touchdowns. He's tied for first with Aaron Rodgers in the NFC as far as touchdowns go. So it's in that regard, then also his quarterback rating, there's only two players that have a higher rating than him, and they're in the AFC, and one of them's Patrick Mahomes. The other one's Tua. Just all of the numbers that he has, he's not putting up huge numbers, but the most impressive one is that he's number one in completion percentage, 73%. So to me, interception, completion percentage are really important because those have to do with discretion and making the right decision. So Geno, what we're going to look at on this first play is that it's 3rd and 8. They have not scored yet. They're driving down inside the Giants' 20-yard line, and Geno makes a decision here, and we'll take a look at it, but it leads to a score. So you got basically what you have here with the Giants is they're running what's called two-man. Okay, so what they're going to do is they're going to rush 4, and then they're going to drop 7, and there's going to be man-to-man underneath and 2 safeties over the top. So here are your pass rushers right here. Those are the 4 guys that are coming, and then these 2 guys are going to cover these 2 guys. This guy's going to cover that guy. These 2 are going to cover these 2, and then you got 2 safeties over the top to help, and that's your basic cover 2 man. So here you see the ball snaps, and what the 2 safeties do is that you always, there's 2 guys free back here, these 2 safeties here, and they always want to try to help whoever needs it the most, and who they end up doubling is Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. So you can see this safety is running to help out here with Tyler Lockett on the crossing pattern. This safety comes over to help with DK Metcalf. And then the other guys are all alone. There's actually 2 giant players there. One's going to come off to get this guy. So, Geno's looking downfield. And as you can see, everybody's pretty tightly covered. So he's going to make a decision to scramble a little bit to the outside. And it's the right one because everyone is covered. And this is where the decision-making comes into play. He's got a rusher right here, and so he's going to get away from him. And then, as you can see, this just would be a bad idea to throw. This guy looks open. I think that's Travis Homer down there, but he's not. The second Geno throws that ball, this guy's going to be right on him. So really good decision by Geno to scramble. And now you see what he can do with his feet getting out of trouble. So he gets away from pressure from the pass rusher, and now he's out here on the edge. This is Kayvon Thibodeaux. He was drafted in the top 10. I think he was the 4th or 5th pick, really athletic. Geno puts a little pump fake move on him and then just gets around him and then heads for the sticks, trying to get as much yardage as he can on 3rd and 8. This just being the end of the play where Geno runs out of bounds, and you can see it's about, a 1.5 yards, 2 yards from the sticks there. So just a really good decision. Jukes a couple of really talented pass rushers, including Thibodeaux, and then just gets the extra yardage and doesn't put the ball in harm's way. They end up picking up the 4th down, which was the little shuffle pass to Will Dissly. So just a really good job of getting them in a position to run that play that they ran to get them down and get their first score. This is at the very end of the game, and here it's 2nd and 8. There's a little bit over 2 minutes left. The Giants have used a couple of their timeouts. They have also the 2-minute warning. And Geno it's just a little rollout like bootleg. He's got a little bit of protection with guys that are going to pull and block for him. But what you're going to see is that as he turns out here, he has to make a decision. Do I throw it to maybe the best player on the team, DK Metcalf, or do I just use my legs to get a first down and salt away this game? Now, I'll say this. This was the play that Pete Carroll got penalized on. So for acting like a teenager running down the field. I love that about Pete, by the way, that he gets so fired up and sometimes he can't help it. But they were okay. I mean, they were ahead by 2 scores, so it wasn't a big deal. But this was that play. It ends up getting nullified. But this decision by Geno, it just goes a long ways to answer the question, who can't he play with as far as quarterback play goes, especially in the NFC? So Geno rolls out here, and this is that bootleg action. He does a really good job with the fakes, and he had a couple of linemen coming over here to block for him. But look at DK Metcalf, and I alluded to this, maybe your best player on your team right there, and Geno's pretty much set up with his feet to be able to make that throw, and I've seen him make that throw with his feet not set. His arm talent is phenomenal. But anyway, this was interesting to see what his decision is that he makes on this play. Just last sideline shot here, because this is pretty much wide open in the NFL. I mean, if you've got 5 yards pretty much on a player, and you're running full speed, and you have the kind of speed that's like Olympic track quality, then yeah, you're open. But look at Geno decides, hey, look, he could make that throw, and he's made it all year, but he also sees that he's got a hallway right here to run and pick up the first down, which he does. So, just a really good job by Geno there, and just great decision making. Here's a shot from the end zone of what Geno sees here. He's got a good block here, and he's got the kind of speed, and he's got the advantage as far as the angle on this guy. So he just takes off running, and like I said, it was 2nd and 8 at that point, and he was able to pick up the first down. Got nullified because of the penalty, but just 2 great examples, I think, there of Geno, one time where nobody was open, another time where somebody was wide open, and different situations. So, he runs on both of them, but I thought the decision to not throw the ball on both of these was pretty significant, because you go from one extreme to the other. You're entirely covered. There's no way. They run 2-man down near the goal line. There's tight windows down there. It's hard to work the ball in. And then you've got DK just running away from the defender there, and he's wide open, and you don't throw it because you take the safer route. Just run for the first down and salt the game away. And that's the kind of decisions that has made Geno so good. And right now, if you look in the NFC, if there's Pro Bowl voting right now, Geno Smith's in the Pro Bowl. So this is pretty phenomenal what's going on with him, and it's really, really cool to watch. Got another tough test coming up here against the Cardinals on the road. They're always tough, but they've had a lot of luck in that building down there in Arizona. So hopefully Geno continues to make these great decisions.